Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is John Phillips, co-founder of PredictIt, the stock market of politics. And John, I would imagine this week it's going to be all about impeachment odds.
It is all about impeachment odds, Jill, this week and for probably the next week and a half. Of course, many people have turned onto other things, but not the Senate of the United States, where there will be a trial. Maybe one of the shortest trials in impeachment history, and then there'll either be a conviction or not a conviction.
So if I understand it correctly, the former president will not be testifying at this particular trial.
That's right. And then one of the questions in the PredictIt markets that the traders are betting on is, will the Senate subpoena any witnesses in the trial itself? By February 28th. And the odds on that are 12 cents on the dollar. So 12% odds that the Senate will subpoena witnesses. Then you've got, when will the Senate vote? What's the day of the vote? And traders by 1 in 4 think that the date of the vote is going to be February 16th. Now you can obviously buy the odds leading up to and after that date, but the most popular date, or the most likely date, according to the traders, is on February 16th. There are also some really interesting markets having to do with how many senators will vote to convict. Market by 1/3 of the odds, 1 in 3 odds, that senators will vote to convict on the incitement by April 29th. And then will the Senate vote to convict Biden's first 100 days? That is trending at only 6% odds.
Yeah, that's quite, it's more low than I expected it would have been. I wonder if we're, the mood of the country right now is to move on from this. It's kind of hard to rationalize that, I guess is the right word.
Right, but it's an individual. This has to do vote by vote of the 100 members of the United States Senate. It's one senator after another, and in many ways you've got 100 different markets for whether this senator or that will vote to convict. Of course, they're supposed to have an open mind going into this, but the market is saying traders in the PredictIt market have some pretty definite opinions. One of the most interesting, of course, is the former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, for whom the odds are at 29% odds that he will vote to convict. Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, the odds are 70% that he's going to vote to convict. And then you've got some of the most interesting. In the Senate also. You've got those that traders seem convinced will vote to convict, such as Ben Sasse or Grassley. Who are Grassley, for instance, only 8% odds that he'll vote to convict. But each one of these Senate seats, each one of these senators are going to be making up their own minds, presumably. And the market there, you'll see a lot of volatility and shifting.
Yeah, that's a great point that you made, that in fact, this isn't just one vote, but 100 different markets. And I feel like we have been so focused, even now, on what's happening with Trump. What other kinds of markets are PredictIt traders looking at?
Well, you've got different markets, of course, having to do with the 2024, who's going to be the nominee in 2024. You've got the 2022 off-year elections coming up, where control of the Congress is very much at stake. So all of these markets have different odds, and they are linked together, of course, in terms of where momentum seems to be going. But right now, everybody's focus is on in terms of the markets. The main focus in the markets is on, you guessed it, impeachment.
It is always fascinating to have you on, John. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
See you next week.